Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today I have the final piece of my activewear wardrobe building thing that I've done to share with you today, and it's my toppers. So if you've been following along, I did a whole activewear. My activewear drawer was basically in dire straits and needed to be refreshed, and I did an activewear plans video back in June, I think. I'll leave a card up for that above. And then over the past week, I have shared the tops and bras I made, the bottoms, and then today I'm going to be sharing my toppers. So I had done the plans in kind of a module format, which if you follow my channel at all, you know I love to sew in modules, which is basically a topper, like a blazer, jacket, coat, cardigan, that kind of thing, and then one of those, and then 2 pairs of bottoms, and then 3 tops that kind of go together, make a module, and then you add multiple modules together, you have like a little capsule wardrobe kind of. So I kind of did this in those terms, and I had originally planned 3 modules of activewear, but as I got into it, quickly realized I did not need that much activewear clothing in my drawer, so eventually stopped. I think, I don't even know how many tops I made, a lot, because I was able to get multiple ones out of the similar fabric, out of the same fabric, and let's see, I made 4 bottoms, and then I did make all 3 of my tops, or my jackets. So I'm going to be showing those today, and then the remaining fabric that I had bought for activewear sewing is going back into the stash to become golf attire. My family and I were golfers. So I actually will probably be sharing some of that at the end of August, beginning of September, I think, kind of sewing through some fabrics to make myself a few more golf outfits. Okay, but let's talk jackets today, shall we? So I made 1 pullover and 2 jackets that can pretty much go with everything that I made that you've seen already for the most part. One of my jackets is patterned, so you know you can do a little bit of print mixing if you'd like with some of the pattern tops, but you know a lot of my stuff that I made is solid, so definitely all of this can go. So for my first topper, I made the Love Notions Constellation Hoodie. I have made this for both of my children. I made it for them for Christmas, and I made them a pair of matching Hudson pants to go with it. And they both wear the living daylights out of their pullovers. This is obviously, it's just a little pullover. It's got a zipper that ends here with these kangaroo pockets, so it does not zip all the way down, although there is a hack on how to make it zip all the way down if you wanted to. Nice big cuffs at the wrist, and then there's an option for just the regular collar, or you could do a hood. I decided to do just the collar on this one because I wanted to do the hood on another one that you're going to see here in just a minute. So basically this is just like a fancy sweatshirt. I made it out of this merino tencel blend from the fabric store. I will leave links down to the patterns, as well as if there's fabric left, if I can still find it, I'll leave that down below in the description box as well. But I actually made a top. I had enough to make like a little top out of this as well. It's a pretty thin sweatshirting. The merino makes it very breathable though, and then the tencel, which is, tencel it's a rayon. It goes through the same process as rayon, so it's a wood pulp of some sort that goes through a chemical process and then to get it into its fabric form. However, someone had informed me that tencel is actually extremely environmentally friendly, whereas rayons are not, because they recycle the chemicals that they use for making those fabrics. So just a little side note, but this just feels beautiful. It's got a gorgeous drape. It's nice and warm, but still thin, so it's not suffocating. So merino is naturally antimicrobial, it's naturally wicking, so it's a great activewear fabric to use. Yeah, I'm very pleased with this one. Now with my kids, I used sweatshirting that I bought the adjoining or the matching cuffing, like ribbing, to go with it. I just used self fabric on this one because that's all I had, and it worked fantastic for the little kangaroo pockets and for the bottom band. It's just a real, I mean, it's not much to say about it. It's just a standard slouchy pullover, but it's perfect for what I needed it for. I think I shortened the body by 1.5 inches, which is typical for me for Love Notions patterns, and I shortened the sleeves, I think, by 1.5 inches as well. I'm only 5'2", so shortening things is not unheard of. Yeah, and then I just used a navy blue metal zipper. I think this one's metal. Is it metal or is it nylon coils? I guess those are nylon coils. just from my stash. It's a very easy zipper insertion actually in this one. If you're nervous about doing any of that, I highly recommend this pattern. I do have an affiliate link with Love Notions Patterns, which means I do get a commission if you buy the pattern from that link. So just want to be upfront about that, although I do note that down below. So there's my first one that I made. Actually, these aren't in order of when I actually made them. That was actually the second one I made. The first one I made is the Transformer jacket by Ellie and Mac. Okay, I am obsessed with this jacket. So I used some knit from my stash to do the cuffs and to do the bottom part of the jacket and to do the kangaroo pocket here. But the body of this jacket is actually made from men's or board short fabric, so like a woven swimsuit fabric. So what you typically would make swim trunks out of. It's like a, oh, what is it called? Like a poly microfiber type fabric. But yeah, if you, anything that says swimwear, but it's a woven, that's what this is. But it's nice and lightweight. It is water resistant, so it can kind of act as somewhat of a rain jacket, a little bit. Obviously it zips all the way down the front, but what makes this fantastic is that it turns into a backpack. I will actually, I'm not going to do it here. I will show the footage of myself wearing it. I'll transform it for you so that you can really see how it works. I am so excited to use this though, because you know, my husband, when I had it in a backpack, he's like, well, the jacket's in there. Is there any room for anything else? But there is. There's nice big pockets that are in there, and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. So here is the backpack that's kind of in the back part of the jacket, and there's this little pocket that's right here you can put things in. Yeah, there's definitely places so that you can carry other stuff other than just the jacket, wearing it on your back. Perfect for layering though. I just love this jacket so much. It's just so much fun, and it was not hard to make at all. I just followed the directions and just, you know, blindly, you know, did step 1, then step 2, then step 3, and this worked out great. Now, I will say this pattern is actually made for knit fabrics. So, and this is not a knit, this is a woven, because I wanted, I really wanted to use like a windbreaker type fabric. So what I did on this one, I actually measure a size large in Ellie and Mac patterns. I made the extra large in this one, and it worked out perfectly. I did check the finished measurements to make sure I would have enough ease, and there was enough ease both in the sleeves and in the, like the bust. Plenty of ease. So as you can tell, I don't feel snug in this at all, or that I had to give up anything for doing a knit pattern in a woven, which often doesn't work. Just, but I looked at it enough and I'm like, I think it will work. And it did. It worked just great. I used actually the same type of zipper that I put into my Constellation hoodie for this one, but I obviously, so it's a separating zipper. It doesn't work as a separating zipper in that jacket. It got cut off. But yeah, it works just fantastically. So yeah, I just blindly followed each direction, one after the other, and when it was all said and done, it came together. I used, let's see, it has you using grommets for, where could we see those? For the, I guess they must be inside. You can see them at the backpack, just for, to stabilize the area where the drawstring comes out. Everything I used was from my stash, including the drawstring. So this is like some cord that I bought for another project, never got around to using it, and I actually think it works really well with the fun colors of this jacket. And it's like a nylon, like a ripcord, so it's perfect for the nature of the jacket as well. So yeah, I think this one's my favorite out of all three of them, just because it's so fun and different, and I love the pattern. It's actually a Liberty swimsuit fabric. Just the colors are so beautiful on it, aren't they? And of course it does have the hood. So that was jacket number 2. And hopefully I've been showing footage of switching it back and forth. It's just so much fun. Okay, and then for my final one, and this was the third one that I sewed, this is the J. Lee pattern Zippered Hoodie, I think is what it's called. I've made this actually for my son before. I already owned the pattern. Loved it. He wanted the pattern because he loves the high neck and then the hood, so he can kind of scrunch down in it a little bit. And I decided to make the hood on this one for myself as well, just to make it nice and cozy. Now, the fabric is what sings on this one. So this is from the fabric store. It is a double-sided knit. So it is a merino on one side and then this nylon on the other. So this is the same fabric. These are just the two different sides of it. And I thought that was kind of fun to play around with. This jacket comes with a ton of pieces because it has a ton of seam lines. It has you top stitching all of the seam lines. I had a lot of fun picking out which fabrics I wanted to show. For the most part, I wanted the merino on the outside just because the nylon is nice against the skin, although merino's not bad against the skin, but I really like the nylon against the skin. So I used the nylon side for the cuffs and for the bottom of the jacket, also for the welt pocket here. And then I just thought it would be fun to do the top of the sleeve in that as well. And then the hood, I did the band that goes around the front. And then obviously the inside of the hood is not lined. It's the same fabric. It has a separating zipper that goes all the way down the front. I used kind of this green color that's pretty close to this green. I think it works definitely. And yeah, I mean, it's just, this one's the warmest of all of the jackets I made. This one's definitely the warmest. So it's gonna be perfect for walking the dog or just taking walks with my husband as the weather eventually starts to cool down. Yeah, I love this. And it's the fabric, I think, that makes this one sing. But this is a fantastic pattern. Again, the second time that I've made it up. Made one for my son back in March, and I just enjoy it just as much on me as I do on him, or as he enjoys his. So, and I don't think they look too much alike, so he won't. And I asked him if he minded if I made myself one too, and he said he was fine with that. But there you have it. That is my third jacket for my activewear. I think I am set for all of my activewear needs now, for the time being anyway, at least until I need some golf clothing, which will be happening, I think, at the end of August. So stay tuned for that if that's something that interests you. Yeah, that's all I have for today. So I will be taking all of these pieces with me to Colorado, and I think if I can pull it off, I may just do some outfit of the day type looks when I do go on that vacation, so that you can see just how I'm styling them in every day as well. Instead of doing like an end of module, like everything, you're kind of getting an idea of that, of things kind of mixed and matched if you've watched all of the videos so far. But the idea being, you know, this is how I'm wearing them in the real life kind of type thing. So that video might be coming up here soon, so stay tuned. All right, that's all I've got for today, guys. We've got part 2 of B6674, if everything went according to plan. I'm filming out of order here, but part 2 should be coming up on Sunday, and then I will see you again on Tuesday for another video. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Hope you get some sewing in and are able to be creative this weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye!